Hi, and welcome back to the mat with me. My name is Kira, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a 30-minute fiery flow. So this is really going to be inspired by a power practice, a vinyasa practice, and it's going to get you building heat from the inside out. It's going to help you building strength within your body, and you don't need any props for this one. If you do typically add props into your practice and you know where and how to incorporate them, go for it. You can have them there as a support if you need or want it. I have also linked a playlist in the description that you can go ahead and listen to. It's some of my favorite songs, just to create that extra bit of energy and vibe if you want it in the background. So we're going to start in a seated position today. So just finding a comfortable seat anywhere on your mat is fine. You might be cross-legged. Just kind of get out some of those last little wiggles and movements before we settle into some stillness. Hands can be on the knees, maybe palms down to ground, palms open to receive. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Close down the eyes if that's a safe space for you to come into. And let's just start off by taking a few deep breaths. So big inhale. And big exhale. Again, just like that, big breath in. And a big breath out. And just start to check in with the body. Tune into the body. What do you notice? What do you feel? Opening yourself up to all the possibilities that this practice can create for you. Coming back to your breath whenever you need another moment of reconnection. If your mind has started to wander a little bit, that's okay. You can bring it back into your body. You can bring yourself back into your body by taking a deeper breath. Your breath is always going to be there to support you in any moment. And this practice is for you. So you get to choose how you move through it. And I will give you different options or modifications so that you can really make this practice yours. And listen to the body. Honor what you need today. All that matters is that you showed up here to move, to breathe, to be, and to connect. And however you move through the practice is enough. So take another deep breath here. Big breath in. Big sigh to let it all out. Very gently, just start to flutter the eyes open. Maybe you find a little wiggle of the fingers, maybe a little sway from side to side, finding a bit more movement here. So you're going to take your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, find a twist. Maybe you're gazing over that back shoulder. And then coming back through center, take your left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee, lengthen first, and then you twist, warming up the body a little bit. And then coming back through center, you're gonna rock over the hips and come into a tabletop position. So shoulders stack over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, push the earth away, chin and chest, round your spine, and then continue to flow with the movement of your own breath here. Just a few rounds through your cat and cow, maybe eyes close again. And instead of thinking about it too much, just let the body guide you. So maybe you start to invite in a different movement, anything that feels good. Really getting into those spaces that feel sticky so that we can create more space to build strength into, more space to explore. Take one more breath wherever you are. Then coming back to a neutral spine. You're going to keep your hips stacked over the knees, walk the hands forward, and just melt the heart towards the mat for a moment. Any stress, any tension in the body that you might notice, let it go, let it melt away. And very gently, you're going to lift back up and walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread wide, toes are going to tuck. You're going to lift the knees to hover a couple inches above the mat for your hovering table. Shoulders are drawing down the back, navel's hugging up and in towards the spine. If at any point you do need to drop the knees down early, that's always there for you. We're going to hold it here for a couple more breaths. One more. Drop the knees down, lift up your right leg, left arm. Toes flex down, ribs tuck under. Imagine I had my hand on your back. Can you press your back up into my hand? Exhale, hug elbow and knee to tap at center. Round in the spine, pull away from the earth. Inhale, reach out, find length. Exhale, hug in, knee crunch. Let's do one more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to hug in, you crunch, reach it back out. You might stay here, or maybe you bend that right knee and reach back. You might even be able to hook the hand and the foot, kicking the foot into the hand so that you can lift the thigh away from the mat. Reach the arm and leg back out, inhale. Exhale, take hand and knee back down. Take one breath in your neutral spine, and then we're going to find our other side. Lifting up your left leg and right arm. So just staying here for a moment. Exhale, hug elbow and knee to tap at center. Inhale to reach, find length. Exhale to hug it in. Inhale to reach, find length. One more, exhale, hug it in. Reach it back out. You can stay here or bend that left knee, reach back. You might be able to hook the hand and the foot, find a little lift away from the mat as you kick the foot into the hand. Reach arm and leg back out. Take hand and knee back down. You're going to tuck your toes, lift your knees to hover. Again, just a couple inches above the mat. Then you're going to step the feet back to a high plank, just hold. Modification, you can drop the knees, just being mindful tops of the thighs are on an incline with the torso rather than being in a tabletop position. Take another inhale here. Exhale, take your hips up and back for your down dog. Just take a little walk of the dog. A deeper breath. Bending into one knee, bending into the other, creating some space in the back of the legs. Let the head hang nice and loose between the biceps. Find some stillness in this shape. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Bend the knees, lift to the hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, find a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root down, rise up. Reach the arms overhead, stand tall. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. And exhale, plant the hands. Step, hop, or float to the back of your mat. Find your high plank. Now, you might drop your knees first to modify. That's always there for you. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Elbows are going to raise the ribs. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take the hips up and back. Beautiful. We're going to do that again. Bend the knees, lift to the hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Find your fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lift the heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, shine, stand tall. And exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands. You're going to step, hop, or float to the back of your mat. And on your exhale, you lower down, whether you modify or not. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take the hips up and back. And just take one breath here. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Drop the heel towards the glute, but keep both shoulders nice and square to the mat. We don't want to dump into that left side. Next, exhale, you're going to take your knee to your nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg extends straight. Exhale, hug the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, leg goes out. And exhale, take the knee in towards the nose. This time you place it between the hands. You're going to drop that back knee down. Hands are on either side of that front foot for now. Sinking the hips down and forward. This is going to be your inhale. Low lunge legs, spine is long. Exhale, shift the hips back and fold towards that front leg. So front toes are going to flex towards you. You might keep a slight bend in the knee to protect you or to support your body. Inhale, you're going to shift forward. Let's move with the breath. Exhale, pull back, find a fold. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, pull back. Let's do one more. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, shift forward. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee when you're ready. Inhale to rise up, high lunge. So front knee's over ankle. You're lifting through that back heel. We're going to find a little bit of movement here. So exhale, drop your back knee to hover. Open up the arms into a cactus shape. On your inhale, you're going to straighten both legs and reach both arms overhead nice and straight as well. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, bend both arms. Inhale, straighten, lengthen, reach. Exhale, we bend. One more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bend, to hover, hold. You're going to keep the bend in the front knee. All you're going to do on your next exhale, straighten your back leg, reach the arms forward as you lean the chest. So our spine is now an extension of that back leg. We're nice and high on the back toes. Navel tugging in towards the spine. Next exhale, sweep the arms back. Flip the palms so that they face the ceiling. Ribs are still tucking under. You can always modify by dropping your back knee if that feels better. Next, inhale, push the palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, just release, drop them back down. So again, find a push and a lower. One more, find a push and a lower. Keep the lean, inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, hands are going to frame your front foot. You're going to take your right leg up and out to a three-legged dog. Option to keep it lifted, option to drop it down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower in. Both tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale, you lift the heart. And exhale, take the hips up and back, find your down dog. Just take a breath, take a moment. Check in with the body. Notice what might have shifted for you in that side, in that sequence. And just get present again. Bring your toes to touch, inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, take your knee to your nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog, leg goes up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and I just realized I forgot something. So inhale, take that left leg back out. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. And then we're going to take the foot between the hands on the exhale. Okay. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Heel drops towards the glute. Next exhale, take the knee towards the nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog, leg extends up and up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg goes up. Last one, knee to nose. Place the foot between the hands. Drop your back knee down. Keep the hands framing that front foot. Hips are drawing down and forward as you lengthen through the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips are going to shift back, front toes flex towards you. Again, you can keep a little bend in the knee. Front toes are flexing. Let's move with the breath. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, maybe you fold a little deeper. Inhale, sink the hips, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull it back, create space in the back of the leg. Bend back into that front knee. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee when you're ready. Inhale to rise. Find your high lunge. So again, front knees over ankle, you're lifting through that back heel. And we want to think about energetically hugging front heel and back toes in towards one another. Next exhale, you're going to drop that back knee to hover, open the arms into a cactus shape. Inhale, straighten both legs, straighten both arms, reach overhead. Exhale, drop the knees. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, drop and open. One more, you lengthen, reach. You're going to drop that back knee to hover, just hold. We're going to keep the bend in the front knee. All you're gonna do is straighten the back leg and find the lean of the torso. Next exhale, you reach, you lean, stay here. So we don't wanna dump the chest. We wanna make sure the spine is just an extension of that back leg. And you're gonna sweep the arms back. Navel's hugging up, flip the palms. And then all we're gonna do is push the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, drop them down. Inhale, you push, and you drop. One more, you push, and you lower. Keep the lean. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, take the hands down to frame the front foot. Take your left leg up and out to a three-legged dog. You might keep it lifted. You might drop it down. Move through your flow. Meet in a down dog. Moving with your breath. So really start to connect your breath with your movements. Use this flow as an opportunity to rinse out anything from that side, that sequence that you don't need to hold on to anymore. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Amazing. You're gonna bend the knees, look to the hands, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Feet are 2 fists width apart, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the arms up towards the sky. Find your chair. Weight is gonna be more so in the heels. As you hug the navel in, you'll find that little tuck under of the tailbone and the wrist. Stay nice and low. We're gonna stay nice and grounded in that right foot. You're just gonna lift your left heel to hover. So we're on the ball of that left foot. On your exhale, just drop the hips an inch and lift them up an inch. Drop down, lift up. One more, drop low. Inhale, lift. Drop low, stay here. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your left heel towards the glute. Very slowly step it back. High lunge, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, drop that back heel down, open up warrior two. I'm gonna turn around so you can see me a little bit better for this next movement. Front knees over ankle. Making sure it's not collapsing inwards. You wanna slightly draw it out so you can see big toe. You're gonna bring hands behind the head, elbows open wide. Right elbow's gonna be in alignment with that right knee. Next, exhale, take the elbow towards the knee. It's okay if it's a little lean or maybe a big crunch. Inhale, you lift, you rise. And again, exhale, you lean, you crunch. Inhale to lift. One more. Lean, you crunch. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open. Straighten that front leg. Pivot on that right heel. Toes drop slightly in, heels slightly out. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hinge and fold. Hands can come underneath the shoulders. Just take a few deeper breaths. Really soften into the body. Take this slower moment to check in, to feel whatever wants or needs to be there. You let it be there. Let it be seen. Let it be heard. Let it be felt. You have the capacity to hold it all. Walk the hands forward, find a lift of the chest. Then walk the hands to frame your front foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot. You're gonna step your right foot back to meet your left. And we're gonna come into a side plank, grounding down in the right hand. So I'll give you the modification first. Modification, drop your right knee down, drop the left heel, reach the left arm. Otherwise, you're gonna stack or stagger the feet as you open. Wherever you are, you're lifting through the hips in that right side body. Shoulders to stack. Remember, every time you step onto your mat, you step into your power. Tap into that power. Take that left hand down, high plank, inhale. Maybe drop the knees if you need to. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, take the hips up and back. And just take a breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend the knees, look to the hands. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat, find your fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen through the spine. And exhale to fold. Feet are 2 fists width apart, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the arms towards the ceiling, find that chair. You're gonna turn around, just preparing for this next side. You stay where you are, sink the hips a little lower. You're gonna ground down in that left foot. You're gonna lift your right heel to hover. On your exhale, lower the hips an inch. Inhale, lift an inch. You lower and lift. One more, you lower and lift. This time, drop it low. Bring hands to heart center. Bring right heel towards the glute first. Then a slow step back to your high lunge. Heart stacks over hips. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, open up warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, sinking into that front knee. Bring the hands behind the head, elbows open wide. Left elbow's in alignment with that left knee, core body strong. Exhale, take your left elbow towards the knee. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, little crunch, little lean in the side body. And then back up, one more with the breath. Find that crunch, that lean. Then you lift, you rise, reach the arms up, and cartwheel the hands down. Come onto that ball of the back foot, step your left foot back to meet the right, high plank, just hold. We're gonna come into that side plank again. I'll show you modification first. You can drop your left knee, then you drop right heel, then you reach right arm. Otherwise, you open up to the right, stack or stagger the feet, lift the hips, stack the arms. Strong core, strong breath here. Take that right hand down, find your high plank, maybe drop the knees first. Next exhale, you lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, take the hips up and back. Find that down dog. And just take a moment here. Big breath in. Big breath out. You're doing great. You're going to shift forward into that high plank. Again, you can drop the knees if you would like to. We're going to lower down for the count of 5. Elbows hugging nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. You can lower down. Amazing. You're going to just hover the forehead for now. You're going to open up your arms into a cactus shape. We're going to keep the tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Your chest can be grounded, just a little hover of the face. All you're going to do is lift up the arms, inhale, and then drop them back down. Inhale to lift and to lower. You lift and you lower. Let's add in the chest this time. Lift and lower. Exhale, inhale to lift and then to lower. One more. You find that lift and that lower. This time as we lift, you're going to lift the chest, the arms, the legs. Take the arms back alongside you, palms face down, locust pose. See if you can bring the feet in a little closer together. And then very gently, you're going to lower back down. Just hover the forehead. You're going to bring the hands a little bit wider than the mat in line with the chest bones. Spike the fingers and spike the elbows up towards the ceiling. Keeping the tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Inhale, you're going to peel the heart up off the mat. Exhale, drop your right shoulder, right ear down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop left shoulder, left ear. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop right. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, drop left. Lift back up to center. Lower back down to center. Bring your hands beside the chest bone, feet in together. Lift the chest one more time. And exhale, take the hips towards the heels. Now you might keep shins parallel. If you'd rather bring knees wide, toes to touch, that's always there for you as well. And then just ground the forehead to the mat and bow to rest. Taking a few breaths here. Just start to slow down the breath in the body. Taking deeper breaths, letting the body melt into the shape. What do you notice? What do you feel? Take a deeper breath to let more of it in. And very gently Lift the chest and walk the hands back towards the knees. We should just be sitting on the heels, and then you're going to swing the legs around and come into a seated position. Awesome. Legs are out in front of you. Take a bend into your right knee. Let the knee fall down and open. Reach the arms tall, inhale, and exhale, hinge to fold. So you might grab the ball of that left foot. You can have a little bend in the knee to support you here. Maybe you're just walking the hands down the mat, down the leg today. Just take a few breaths. Maybe eyes close as you take a little scan of the body. And we're just going to start slowing down the practice. So really allowing yourself to drop back in. Very gently lift the chest. Fold that right knee in. Cross that right leg over. Right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. You can take elbow to the outside of the knee, or you can hug the knee and twist, whatever feels best for you. Just be mindful, we don't want to dump too much weight in that backhand. It's just there to help keep us nice and tall. Take your hands to the outside of the opposite hip to counteract the twist. And then come back through center, unwind the legs, other side, bend into your left knee, knee falls open, arms reach tall, inhale, and exhale, hinge to fold. Whatever variation of this fold, of this stretch feels best in your body, honor that. And then very gently lift the chest. You're going to fold that left knee in. You're going to cross the foot over. Take your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Whatever variation of the twist you choose on this side. Inhale. Find a little more length. Exhale. Twist a little deeper. And then take the hands to the outside of the opposite hip and just counteract the twist for a breath. Come back through center. Take a bend into both knees. Reach the arms out in front of you and find a slow lower down, one vertebrae at a time, coming onto your back. Walk the heels in so they're a little bit closer towards you. And take your right ankle to your left thigh. Knee and hip are going to open. You might stay here and press hand into thigh, or you can lift up the legs as if you're threading a needle. Reach through, interlacing the hands behind your left leg and hug the knees in towards the chest a little bit more. Breathing into any of those spaces that feel tight. Where is the tension in the body? Give yourself permission to let go of some of it or all of it. Take your left foot down, right foot down, other side, left ankle to right thigh, knee and hip open. Again, you can stay here. You can lift up the legs, reach through and hug them in. You might even find a little push of that left elbow into the left leg. And then very gently take your right foot down, left foot down. You're going to hug your knees in towards your chest. You're going to pick your shoulders up off the mat. Give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Love on yourself, a little harder squeeze. And then slowly release into one final shape for just a minute or two. Lying down on your back or anywhere else that feels comfortable. Again, settling into stillness and just allowing yourself to maybe close the eyes. Soften the space between the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. Let yourself be held by the ground beneath you. Let the breath become effortless again. What do you need in this moment? Maybe checking in, asking that question, and whatever you need, how can you show up in a way that's going to honor that for yourself? Maybe you want to take extra time here to just be and to feel. Movement is a powerful way for us to shift the energy, to open up that flow and create more space within ourselves, to feel, to process, to shift, to release. So as that starts to find momentum, it can bring a lot up to the surface. Maybe there's something that you can practice letting go of, or maybe there's something you feel a pull to call in, start creating for yourself. Just taking a few deeper breaths here and staying as long as you want or need. If you do want to close this practice with me, just bringing your hands to stack over your heart space. Take a deeper breath as you connect with this energy center. Feel into it, breathe into it. Take a moment to send yourself a lot of love and gratitude for choosing movement, for maybe stepping outside your comfort zone a little bit, doing something kind of challenging. Sending your body love and gratitude for how it carries you through such a strong and powerful practice. It is such an honor to guide you and move with you. So thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. And I hope to see you on the mat again soon.